Can you also talk about making up with Larry Merchant?
Larry Merchant, you know, things happen, and me being a bigger man, I just apologized and said, you know, hopefully we can, you know, have a better relationship in the future. You know, I apologize for, you know, what I said, but sometimes anyone can get pushed to the limit. I feel like I got pushed to the limit. And the only thing I wanted was my just due. Was it a crime was to say? All I wanted to say was the last time was I just want to thank my fans for buying pay-per-view. I want to thank my fans for coming out and supporting me. That's all I wanted to say. But he kept worrying about, you know, other things. You know, about the Ortiz fight, kept asking me the same questions over and over again. So I got kind of upset, yes.
Floyd, do you think that the nature of this fight can do anything to bring Pacquiao or Aaron closer to you? I mean, just the fact that you did engage, and maybe that's his type of style as well.
It's not my fault. The Pacquiao Mayweather fight is not going to happen. I'm trying. This fight is not going to happen. Y'all keep asking the same question over and over and over again. It's not my fault. Mayweather Promotions, I run my company. He has a boss. Pacquiao has a boss. I don't answer to nobody. He has to answer to somebody. Someone gives him a date to fight. No one gives me a date. I make up my own date. It's Cinco de Mayo. It's my date. Hold on. A lot of people don't know you know, the history of Cinco de Mayo. A lot of people just think it's just any holiday. You know, it's when you know you got to know your history. When I'm fighting, I got to know the history of it. It's when the Mexicans defeated the French. The Mexicans defeated the French. So that's why it's such an important day. Definitely to my Hispanic fans, my Latin fans, you know, I love you guys, of course.
Hey, Floyd, congratulations.
Dan Raphael, ESPN.
Thank you, Floyd. My question for you is, you talked a little bit, I think, with Dave's question about being, you know, in a brawl, kind of a war for you tonight, a few bumps and bruises. And so when you're going through that, you say you want to keep the fans excited. When it's happening, do you realize, because I was looking around, every single person in the arena was standing on their feet, you know, at the end of every round, for many of the rounds, cheering, especially the 12th round, which you really kind of teeing off on Cotto, standing toe-to-toe fighting. Are you realizing that you're in an exciting fight, and then the fans are being very pleased while it's happening?
I was just saying, this fight, I was just like, I'm not gonna move. I'm not gonna do too much moving, because I could really make the fight just a very, very easy fight and outpointed the guy and just boxed him and kept him on the outside, if that's what I wanted to do. I was going for the knockout tonight. You know, I was trying to break this guy down. And he was in tremendous shape. He was in tremendous shape. He dished some punishment out, and he took more punishment than he dished out, but he was tough.
One other question for you, Floyd. I hear what you're saying about the Pacquiao fight, so my question would be, since that fight is probably not going to happen at the end of this year if you come back and have another fight, who is out there for you to fight them?
There's really not nobody really out there for me to fight anymore. So I can't really say, you know, where my career is going to go from here. You know, I fought basically, you know, it's nothing but the young pups, the young strong pups coming up, and you know, they probably going to try to build a young guy.
Well, I was going to ask you about Cotto specifically, because that's the guy that seemed to be rooting for you. I want to fight against.
Canelo's a hell of a fighter. You know, I watched him tonight. I had a chance to watch him fight Mosley, and but I think Mosley competed good to be 40 years old. I think he competed good against a young guy to be 40 years old. And both guys went out there and was at their best tonight. Canelo came out on top, and he's making. I mean, he's a rock star in Mexico. You know, the ultimate goal is to make him a rock star in America. But he's a tough fighter, good fighter.
Floyd, you threw, how you doing?
Al, what's going on?
You threw 687 punches tonight, which is quite a bit for you, more than you would normally throw. Was that...
Tell me the story about me and you, Al.
No.
Okay.
You're right, guy. The 687 punches, that's a lot for you. And was that primarily because of the pressure that he put on you, or did you plan to do so?
Our plan is always, the game plan is always to win. And win and be also impressive. And Cotto shocked me. He was slow, but he was awkward. He was tough. And anybody that's going in there against Cotto, You better be ready. You better be ready. And I mean, his record reflects why he's where he's at. And he deserved to fight. He deserved to fight me.
Floyd, over here.
You painted all the nice pictures of me for so many years.
Thank you very much. You did a superb performance tonight. Was there anything that you felt like you did more or less of, and how would you grade your performance in this bout, knowing that it was a very competitive fight?
I can't really grade. I don't really want to grade myself. The main thing is this. It's about winning, and that's what I did. You know, I embrace pressure. I'm not going to fold under pressure. But sometimes you got to realize when you put in this certain situation, if Cotto loses, he can keep his head high. We're both winners tonight. You know, he made a record-breaking purse. You know, and the box office is also going to show record-breaking numbers, and that's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to grade myself. I just want to keep. You know, I was happy with the victory tonight, and I don't know where we're going to go from here because we basically fought everybody in the sport. We copy box numbers showed that I landed on a more higher percentage than any fighter in boxing history. Highest gate in boxing history, hold the record for pay-per-view in boxing. But someday I want to see a young fighter break my record. That's what it's about, doing record-breaking numbers. There's a lot of exciting fighters out there, you know, that's in the audience tonight. So many young, great champions out there, and I commend them. And I do want to see them break my record, yes.
You were going to knockout in this fight. In the 12th round, it was the first time that I had seen, at least from my perspective, that Cotto's knees were really buckling, his facial expression changed, and you were consistently landing over and over. Did you think he was ready to go in that last round?
Experience. He got a lot of experience, like myself. You know, a huge amateur background, like myself. And he's been in more wars than I've been in, of course. So he knew how to handle certain situations. So he was a true champion. He wasn't gonna give up. But when he hit me with some good shots, I told him no. I said that comes with the territory. I'm not going nowhere. Don't worry about that.
Floyd, if there's no one left for you, I mean, do you think you will return to boxing, or could this be it for you?
I don't know right now. You know, I really don't know. You know, I go back home, sit down with Al, you know, sit down with HBO, sit down with my staff, and see where we go from here. You know, I don't have to fight if I don't want to, but, you know, and also, you know, I want to give thanks to my Uncle Jeff, you know, for being one of the best trainers in the sport of boxing. For Uncle Jeff Mayweather, you know, he's great. Of course, my Uncle Roger, got to take my hat off to him. Rafael Garcia, my team. I got to take my hat off to my team. You guys done a hell of a job. Jesse Vargas went out there tonight, and he was victorious. Lattimore, he tried his best, and they said stay the best for last. And I think the last fight was a hell of a fight. And I just want to thank everybody for coming out, and hopefully we can do it again one day. Thank you.